I'm going to see the drama today and I'm going to make some salted caramel popcorn and also probably some sweet and salty popcorn as well to bring with me. So let's do it. So as I was waiting for the oil to heat up, I decided to make the caramel. I also had a popcorn kernel in the oil so that when it pops, I knew it was time to add all my other kernels in. I was in such a rush because I had a train to catch and I was just moving erratic, like moving the pots around, trying to see what would get things done quicker. And it just felt like the oil was just taking so long to get hot enough so the kernel would pop. And it was like, come on, just hurry up. I've got places to be. Luckily, caramel is so easy and quick to make. I love it so much. Homemade caramel, 10/10. Finally, the oil was hot enough and it was time to pop my popcorn. I have such fond memories as a kid. My nan would make us golden syrup popcorn if we were going to play scheme and going to the cinema. That's what she'd make us. And I feel like me doing my salted caramel popcorn is kind of like my version of that I'd pass on to my kids if I had them. The way the popcorn was just jumping out at me, it was all part of the chaos. And obviously I had to grab that little bit there, like nothing is going to waste. Homemade popcorn is the one, and since there's not a kind of DIY popcorn service that cinemas offer, I'm making my own and bringing my own to the cinema. So I put half the popcorn batch into a bowl, and then whatever was left would be used for the salted caramel popcorn. I should have taken it off the heat when pouring the caramel in, and in hindsight, if I had more time, I would have let everything cool a bit more before I mix it in, but I didn't have time for that. Just getting all that good caramel out and then stirring it all together. Make sure that all the popcorn is covered in that lovely caramel. Then I got a container. I'm just placing the salted caramel popcorn in the container, filled that right up. And then it was time to make my sweet and salty popcorn. And I also added the new M&M cookie doughs. How crazy is it that the container I picked out matches the M&M product? Maybe it was a subconscious thing that my brain was doing. I saw my friend Banji go to the cinema and post it on her stories, and she had M&Ms in her popcorn. And I was thinking, I'm going to try this because I have some M&M cookie dough left over. So let me try it and see what I think about it. Add a little bit of salt, some granulated sugar. I was just mixing that all together. Then I added the M&M cookie doughs to it, gave it a good shake, and then it was time to put it in the container. Then I gave the container a good shake as well. Then it was time to go and catch my train. Usually I would not sit on a seat like this where there is food everywhere, but I just interpreted it as an omen. Like, what are the chances? I'm going to the cinema, I made popcorn, and then there's popcorn here. And then again, another sign. I decided to eat my M&M popcorn first. And look, the M&M ad promoting the new cookie dough was playing on the screen. It was the first advert. How crazy is that? Again, we in sync, another sign. Like, I was just interpreting all of this as a good sign. And then when I whipped out my salted caramel popcorn, another one of my faves was on the screen, Michaela Cole. So I was like, again, love this for me. Shout out to Tesco Tuesdays because it meant I saw the drama for free. And then throughout the day and the next day, I had more of the salted caramel popcorn. And as time went on, it just tasted so much better. So if I make salted caramel popcorn again, I'd probably do it the day before I want to eat it. And I put a little bit too much oil when I was popping the popcorn. So just a little bit less oil next time. And I also need to perfect the sugar and salt ratio. On the day that I saw the film, the star of the show for me was my M&M's popcorn. I did not expect it to taste so good. Now I understand why people add M&M's in their popcorn. Like, I would definitely be doing that again and trying the different M&M's and seeing what my favour is. But just the combination of like the texture of the M&M's, the chocolateness with the amazing popcorn, like, it was just like a texture heaven, flavour heaven. It was, so sensational. You have to try it if you haven't already.